Alright, so welcome to episode 2 of Where's the Power Button? I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm Mike. What did I do last week?
What?
Edit that part out, man.
My name is Garrett.
I'm Mike.
I'm Tony.
That's Tony. This is Tony. He's a guest. Okay, so what are we talking about first?
Topic number 1, Jawbone. The creators at Jawbone manufacturer vendor is actually creating a brand new product called Up.
What does it do?
It's a bracelet. It has an app with your iPhone. You wear this and it pretty much tells you everything about your life that you ever want to know and didn't want to know.
Like, I've seen these things been coming out recently. Like there's like the Moto Active, and these things, like the other ones, have screens on them. So kind of a visual view of your life as it unfolds. This thing's just a band. It's like kind of invasive in that way because I don't realize I'm wearing it, and this Jawbone, manufactured thing is, recording details, intimate details about my life, and then storing it on an app. I think it feels kind of 1984-ish, like Big Brother.
ISPs, they do the same thing. They take all of your information and store it somewhere. They don't tell you that they're storing it, but they have it. They just have your information. The government can go in and steal it. Yeah, I feel like they can do the same thing. They just send the information to the government. I don't know why they want to know how often I'm eating chips or
and how often your sleep apnea is.
That's true. They can see how tired I am.
Pretty much what Facebook does. I mean, records your whole life.
You choose to put information on Facebook. I mean, I guess you choose to wear this Jawbone band too. It's definitely a really cool product. It's that technology integrated with life thing. That's a really cool concept that we're starting to see. Now that we've breached the technology everywhere kind of gap. But I just think that we kind of need to have a barrier between how much information we give to these companies. I know they say that they're not taking our information, that kind of stuff, but it's just kind of weird when they know your sleep eating habits. That's just more marketing material.
With the app, you can take pictures of food that you're eating and tell you how many calories there are. What if when you take the pictures of the food that you're eating and it sends to their servers, then they can look at what you're eating and give you more advertisements for things that they think you would like. It's kind of shiesty.
I definitely agree. Or they can be like, "Hey, fatty, lay off the French fries."
Yeah. Feel a little fat.
It actually does do that, where it says you can take pictures and you need more vegetables. You need more fruit in your diet.
My friends call me fat. I don't need my technology to call me fat. That's why I love technology, because it doesn't call me fat.
Well, let's talk about NASA. Scientists at NASA actually were awarded $1,000 to invest in
$100,000.
$100,000 they were awarded to invest in the science of de-materializing and tractor beams.
I can definitely see this being, meritable and definitely a technology that we need. But how's it going to get accomplished? Like, honestly, it's cool to talk about on paper, but I'm not a physics major, but I've taken physics, and destroying something into energy is pretty easy, but to reassemble molecules, in space, and are we going to send organic material like this? Like, are you going to get some dude that comes up looking like this? Yeah.
It's like baseball where
somebody didn't tell me my butt was this big.
But like you said, when you dematerialize something, it turns into energy. So how do you keep its matter intact? How do you realize that in another place? It doesn't seem like it's even feasible.
I'll give them $100,000. It's not like it's $1 million.
Yeah.
It's just for experiments, I guess. I mean, we'll see where it goes.
You know what would be really cool? Like in Back to the Future, where you can put in the food in the microwave and you push the button and out pops a turkey. That would be awesome.
I bet that's like completely synthesized foods.
Well, yeah, but what are we eating now?
Oh, what's happening in Greece? Tell me what's happening in Greece.
Those of you who don't know, the Grecian, Mike. Essentially, Greece is going to default on all of its loans that it took nationally. If you haven't been keeping up with it, Greece has the highest per capita debt in the world. Their citizens owe, per citizen, the most money every day. An American citizen owes somewhere between $33,000 and $35,000. In Greece, it's about $68,000 to $70,000 American per person. Double for a country,
that's
a 16th of the size of the United States. The reason they got to this point, because the government decided it was a phenomenal idea to essentially pay them to not work, therefore not stimulate their economy. And it ends up in this, economic cluster bomb, if you will. We're talking about an entire country defaulting on their loans.
Yeah.
They literally, it's like their entire country is going bankrupt. That puts less faith in Greece, for one, but two, completely ruins, their national, livelihood. How are we going to invest in businesses there and put our financial faith in Greece if they can't pay back what they said they were going to? I know we're Americans and we can't talk that our country's not really perfect because our national debt is $70 bajillion, all right? But
Bajillion,
bajillion. We can't talk, but our countries need to start taking, you know, responsibility for ourselves. We can't just keep borrowing money from China.
Yeah.
You know, we can't just borrowing. And it's imaginary money, but it still affects economy.
Yeah.
And it affects fear, which affects economy.
If Greece doesn't reform what they're doing, that's going to destroy all of Europe, because their economy is so tied together that because they're all in the euro, that if one country falls, that money is gone.
Absolutely.
That you lose all that money, all of that income, everything. So and then that in turn affects us, because all of our economies are put together because of the Cold War. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to tie everyone together, and that was a mistake. And that's like a fundamental disagreement among like globalists and nationalists. And
it's funny you bring up the Cold War, because, you know, we had this imminent threat of, you know, global nuclear war and the end of the planet. Honestly, if citizens and national governments don't do something about this problem, it's going to be a similar thing, but instead of, you know, nuclear ruin, we're going to go into financial ruin, and we're going to be back in the Dark Ages. You know, if we can't get a handle on this spiraling, out of control economic tornado,
yeah,
you know, it's eventually just going to destroy us. You know, or at least our culture as we know it.
All right, what's the next one? So thanks for watching the Where's the Power Button podcast. I'm Garrett.
I'm Mike. Thank you.
I'm Tony.
Let's try that again. Thanks for watching the Where's the what is it called?
Hey, shouldn't we close on Mike? You, me, and then you, me, and then close on Mike.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Tony. I'm Tony.
We're gonna keep doing this every week, so keep watching. Subscribe, please. Subscribe. Like this video. Do all those good things. Comment if you want. If we're doing anything wrong. If we're not funny. If you just hate us. If you want to see DQ. If you want to see DQ, because DQ is an Asian.
And I'm Mike. Thank you again. And remember, click, play, subscribe. Hit us on Facebook. Thank you.